Hi, today's bread is Luke chapter 12, verse 4 to 5, and it says, "And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him who after he has killed has power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him." Jesus said here that we should not fear man, but we should fear God. And that's because man can only hurt or kill the body, but God has power to also cast into hell. And that's for those that don't believe in Jesus Christ. They made a choice not to choose life. And so what Jesus is now saying here is that when men confront us or persecute us, that we should not fear them, but rather we should fear God, and we should not be ashamed of him just because of men. When we obey this, or when we do this, that's not to fear men but to fear God. What that means is that we are in deep awe and reverence and we worship God. Now, that means that we don't love the praises of men, but we love the praise of God. John chapter 12, verse 42 to 43 says, "Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him. But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue. For they loved the praise of men more than the praise of God." So they feared men more than they feared God. Acts chapter 5, verse 28 to 29 says, saying, "Did not we straitly command you that you should not teach in this name? And behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us." Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, "We ought to obey God rather than men." So the high priest told the apostles that they should stop preaching in the name of Jesus. They should stop teaching in the name of Jesus. But they now replied that it's God we fear and not man, that we ought to rather obey God than to obey man. And so we also have to apply that to our lives too.